Best advice for an aspiring screenwriter. Okay. Best advice for an aspiring screenwriter. Best advice for an aspiring storyteller. Best advice for an aspiring artist right now. Right now, today. Don't give up. I remember at the top of coronavirus, I really felt like, how am I ever going to be creative again? And, there'd already been a lot of stuff in my life that had happened, some of it fair, some of it not, that put me in a position where I was like, I'm never going to be creative again. Too unhappy. And there's no point. But when you look at those Trump people who marched on the Capitol, you'll see that they have flags and stuff. And the flags have art on them of Trump on tanks and Trump with swords. They're inspired. In this moment of fear and panic, when they realize their country is being destroyed, and the Jews and the liberals and the globalists and George Soros and the people who want to give you afterbirth abortions and take away your guns, that's all real to them. They live in an even weirder, scarier world than we do. And yet they still make art. They're still inspired. They put Trump on a tank. Do you think Donald Trump has ever done anything brave in his life? You think he's ever been in a fight? If they're inspired, you're inspired. Art is everywhere. Everything humans do is surrounded by artistic choices. Look at this. This is a functional device. Does it have to be gold? No, it doesn't. Does it have to flip open that way? No, it doesn't. Is there a more efficient version of this that I could easily find in my house? Yes, I could. But why do I like this? Because it's beautiful. Never give up on the things you think are beautiful. You might never make money from art. You might never sell a script. Most scripts don't sell. That's just true. You might never do something you're proud of that makes you money. But that can't stop you from trying to do things that you are proud of. Because it's by doing that you will make money. If you're an artist, and I'm not talking about a fucking YouTuber being guided by an algorithm, terrified of missing an upload. I'm talking about someone who this exists in them all the time, whether there's pressure or not. And I really think it exists in most people somewhere hidden. I don't think creative people are particularly special. I just think they're people who grew up in areas in communities where they felt supported being creative. Look at food, for fuck's sakes. Look at food. Don't get discouraged. Look at food. Humans love science so much that we have labs in our house to do science on food. But it's not just a lab with an oven and a microwave and a stove and a refrigerator to keep food cold and fresh. Those are just tools in a lab. Food is art. The wonderful thing about humanity, because there are so many bad things, but compared to other animals, the thing we do, yeah, we hurt the environment, we hurt the world, but we don't just survive. We survive beautifully. We season our food. We make it spicy. We cook it in all different ways. Most of the food in your fucking grocery store, all those fruits that you take for granted, they're from all over the world and have never been available before the modern era for us to play with, to create with. Everything is art. Everything that surrounds you. If you're not naked and walking in the desert with a spear, and by the way, because you're a human, your spear maybe has like a feather hanging off of it. What purpose does that serve? The thing that keeps me sane is the advice I give. is that this has value. What you do when you're being creative has value because it's unique to you. And I think in the world, there are so many things that are just there and so little that's unique to us. So if you're a screenwriter, you know, I have tons of videos on this channel giving advice to screenwriters, you know. You can go Glass Planet. I'll give you advice from where I'm sitting right now directly to you for 30 minutes to an hour. I do that twice a week. Don't give up, but also don't make it into a situation where giving up is part of it. You should do art because you want to. Your art should not be able to hurt you. You should not be able to feel like a failure for not writing because you're the one creating the stakes. And that's a lesson I'm still learning. Create when the moment moves you, and you won't be unhappy with what you make. And you know that's true.